Nestled among the peaks of the Rocky Mountains, we're in the beautiful city of Denver, Colorado. Well, the weekend has officially begun, and we welcome you to this 2K Sports presentation of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. And let's see what Denver has coming up. On Monday, they'll head out on the road to face the Kings in Sacramento. Then on Tuesday, they'll head home to take on the Dallas Mavericks.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A.?
Nuggets coach Mike Malone is the son of longtime NBA assistant coach Brendan Malone, who was on the staff with the late Chuck Daly in Detroit when the Pistons won back-to-back NBA titles. Malone's dad told him not to get into coaching with its nomadic lifestyle and volatility. Michael said, "I knew the pitfalls. My father said, all right, if you're going to be a coach, be a great coach. If you have a passion, you've got to follow that passion." Kevin?
That's some pretty sound advice. Thanks, D.A. Where you start in the standings could be very different, Clark, from where you finish. As a team, what do you do to continue to improve as the season goes on?
I think it's a combination of little things and guys getting more familiar and more accepting of their roles. But I think it's always attention to detail, Kevin. That's really where teams make the most improvement, not forgetting the little things on a daily basis, the habits that produce winning over time.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Saric and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. And it's Oubre in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Nuggets, filling out the wings, Harris and Barton. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. And it's Murray in at the point guard position. And he makes that one.
And, you know, they'll take the points, but I'm sure coach would prefer a higher percentage look next time.
And there's the pass to Harris. Barton outside. Pass to Millsap. Banked in off the glass.
Now, you got to remember, Barton isn't just a scorer. This guy is also superb at finding open teammates.
To the middle. Here's Oubre. Ayton trying to break free. Oubre, good.
Terrific assist that time by Rubio.
We play just over a minute here in the first. And stolen by Booker. And here is Saric. He's coming off a 10-point game against Sacramento.
Yeah, but the rebounding in that game as well was just tremendous. I mean, he dominated the backboard.
And it's Ayton missing. And it's the Nuggets ball. This game against Phoenix here, it's the first look at the Suns.
And they didn't have much of a problem with these guys last season, and quite frankly, you wouldn't expect them to.
Yeah, you know, these are two teams clearly on opposite ends of the continuum in this conference. I mean, this is a team they rightly feel they can beat every time they take the court with them.
Millsap misses.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Oubre kicks to Rubio over Murray. Murray with the defensive effort.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. And Clark, one thing that makes Will Barton so good is that he fits right in among any group of players.
And I like the pace he plays with, guys. He doesn't seem to force the issue. He lets the game come to him, and when he has opportunities to explode, he usually does. He's always moving. He's active at both ends. He's a high-quality performer.
One shot.
That free throw good from Barton.
You know, one of the things that's fun to watch, guys, is the evolution of a player. And Barton has really evolved into a solid player. Even though he was a second-round pick, he's come a long way.
Oubre passes to Saric. The three-pointer, no good. Nuggets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Barton, and it's blocked.
Like watching Saric make his presence felt with blocks like these.
Inside. And there's Ayton, and that's good on the assist by Booker.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Barton outside. They grab their own miss. Jokic shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Ayton.
Nikola Jokic has great size and mobility. He's very good at forcing the defense's hand and drawing the foul.
Well, Greg, the rapid ascension of Nikola Jokic into NBA stardom has been nothing short of amazing. You know, he really is an elite center now.
I mean, he's the best player on a very talented young team in the West. I would not be surprised to see him win an MVP in the next few years.
And Jokic drops them both. Greg, for the Phoenix Suns, with a franchise-high 9-year playoff drought, there is pressure on this team to find their way out of that long rebuild.
And their moves on draft night, they raised some eyebrows. They've got some young talent, but can new coach Monty Williams turn them into a winner? Long-suffering Suns fans certainly hope so.
Now here is Harris. Kelly Oubre unable to get his last shot to go.
Surveying the floor, Gary Harris recognizes when his teammates have open looks and gets it to him.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Oubre bounce pass. With some arc. And it's Ayton missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Barton wide open. He fires. And a miss there on the triple.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Saric now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Saric plays with such intensity and focus. I mean, even with the defense right there, he stays locked in on the hoop.
Murray surveying the D. It's stolen by Saric. Pass to Ayton. Now Booker over Harris. No good from Booker. Barton against Oubre. Three-pointer. Here's Jokic. Got a hand on it.
Tremendous at anticipating when shots are going up. Ayton is outstanding at protecting the rim.
Here's Booker. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Suns.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And the intensity is carried over into their ability to get out in passing lanes and really be disruptive in terms of their opponent's offense. And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets.
You know, Dario Saric is a real factor from outside. And when he's on the floor, he's got the ability to stretch out a defense and create space at that 4 spot that he plays.
And how about the numbers on Paul Millsap? He had a strong showing last season. Last season, put up about 12 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. Even though his numbers have been more than solid, I think he'll want to step his game up to another level.
Yeah, and you know, on paper, those numbers are terrific. Most players would be thrilled with those numbers, but as good as they are, I know this guy expects more of himself.
Now here's Murray. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Portland, and it falls over the rim and in. And last year, Saric was inserted into the starting lineup to create space.
Yeah, and you know what? He gives a coach a lot of flexibility and options because he can create a lot of different looks because of his versatility as a player. In his career, Saric has shown he's comfortable and productive coming off the bench or starting.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Now here's Oubre. Following the miss by Jamal Murray.
Outstanding timing from Jokic there. Then the superb reach to wipe away the shot.
Wide open look here for Murray. Denver the rebound. Here's Jokic. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
You'd have to go far and wide to find any fan that doesn't enjoy watching Nikola Jokic play. This big fella is so smooth. He's got guard skills in a big man's body, and his game is so efficient. I love watching him work.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Aaron Baines comes in for Ayton, and it's Bridges in for Kelly Oubre. On the free throw, no good. And with Jokic, passing and playmaking, Clark, are his trademarks.
Well, I tell you what, the Joker is some kind of special as a big guy. His passing and touch and field and shot making, he really impressed me with all of that. He does everything you want from a center on the offensive end of the court and does it in his own unique, special way. He's a delight to watch.
The first one falls. Clark, a lot of coaches like to run their offense through centers. Any names you can think of who you'd be comfortable running your offense through at that position?
Well, just because I've watched him and loved his game since locking into him, Jokic.
Yes.
Man, can he pass it. He can shoot it. He can score it inside. He's got such excellent hands and touch. He's at the top of the list. DeMarcus Cousins, big guy that can shoot it and pass it as well. And Marcus Gasol is also in that list.
You'd feel comfortable with any of those guys holding the ball, distributing the ball, wouldn't you?
No doubt.
And it was made clear early on to Ricky Rubio that the Jazz were moving on from him. But Rubio quickly finds a home in Phoenix. 3-year deal for Rubio, who is a good fit with the Suns. Having a real point guard on the team like Rubio should be a huge boost.
6 on the shot clock. Near the three-point line, it's Millsap. But they get it back. Murray, good.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Now, here's Rubio. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Sacramento.
And he caused major problems with his defense as well. He had 4 steals by the time the game was over.
Here's Rubio. They lead by 1. Now, here's Jokic. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Trailblazers in Portland. Kept alive. Over to the wing. Here's Bridges. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, a promising start last year from Mikal Bridges. The offense was there, but it was his impact defensively that has really gotten most people's attention. A lot of great tools for a young player.
First free throw is good. And with Bridges and his defense, great coaches speak very highly of his basketball IQ.
And that is why, as a rookie, he would often get assigned to guard the toughest perimeter player. Good size and great instincts make him one of the best young defenders on the team.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Plumlee is checked in for Jokic. Michael Porter comes in for Paul Millsap. Beasley's checked in for Harris. And Morris subbed in for Murray. The Nuggets trail by 3. To the paint. That's good from Porter on the assist by Morris.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
Johnson in the corner. Passes to Okobo. Just 5 on the clock. Johnson's shot is off. Denver shooting just 35% to start the game. Makes it off the glass.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And it's Okobo with the ball for Phoenix. They trail by 1. And it's Bridges at the elbow. From deep, Johnson. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And Plumlee kicks to Grant. Here's Morris. The Nuggets moving the ball around, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
Here's Okobo. Denver getting their last shot to go. Shot clock at 5. And the basket by Kaminsky.
And given how big Kaminsky is, it's tough to knock him off balance. I mean, he does a really good job of maintaining his focus.
Morris with the ball. 11 points for him in that last game against the Trailblazers in Portland. Here's Plumlee. That one's not going to go. And Phoenix the other way now. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Well, they made a few key shots, but missed many more. It was a rough night for them offensively.
And you know what? If you're not going to outwork your opposition, then you typically are going to get outplayed.
Johnson against Beasley. He dishes it to Grant. Good, nice job down low.
The superb work ethic of Grant. My, what a nice soft touch inside.
Here's Okobo. Now Bridges to the inside. Johnson fades away. Baines controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Suns lead by 4.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Bounce pass from Morris. Goes up on the wing. Porter, no luck. Phoenix has gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Johnson outside. 1:31 left in the first. Here's Bridges. And it's off the back rim. No good. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Now, here's Bridges. Really had troubles in that loss to Sacramento.
You know, pretty much anybody can hit that shot when they're that wide open. I mean, terrible defense.
Morris finds Plumlee. Back to Morris. There's the pass to Beasley. Basket counts.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Johnson, the pass to Bridges. Beasley with the steal. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Okobo. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Porter at the elbow. Shoots over Bridges. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Mikal Bridges picks one up.
And the athleticism and size of Porter creates problems for the defense. Hard to guard without getting physical.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw.
Yeah, a former 5-star recruit. We know about the talent level with Porter, but he's also a mature, hard-working guy.
And the second free throw, good. Here's a Kobo. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Phoenix ahead, up 2. From the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver, we're back in a moment. Versatility is so important in today's NBA. That works just fine for combo guard Tyler Johnson.
I don't really limit myself to one position. I feel like I can guard both positions. Being able to do that, I feel like I'll have the capability to fill in when needed.
And with all the switching we see teams, Greg, employing right now, that defensive versatility is highly prized, highly valuable.
And Johnson, an excellent athlete. He's got the tools to impact the game both offensively and defensively.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. Guys, what's your take so far on the Suns?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you know, you have a guy in there blocking a bunch of shots or multiple players blocking shots. It causes the offense to think twice when they go up for shots in there.
It's Morris and Beasley at the 1 and the 2. Plumlee out there with Jeremy Grant. And it's Porter in at the 3 slot. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. Here's Beasley. Frank Kaminsky making his last shot. Pass to Morris. Lets it go from deep. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Down low. Stolen by Grant. Morris outside. The wide open look for Plumlee. The rebound by Johnson.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Good.
Getting more comfortable in the paint. As long as Frank Kaminsky has the positioning he wants, he's good to go.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Morris looking over the floor. Shoots from 12. And Baines pulls it down. Baines has got 4 rebounds in this game.
You know, you can't help but love the way the Nuggets create on offense. This is a free-flowing, fun team to watch. A lot of movement and an excellent passing team. Second in the league in assists last year. Outstanding for a young basketball team.
And it's a Kobo with the ball for Phoenix. They host the Clippers after this game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Kaminsky dishes to Johnson. To the middle. And the basket by Kaminsky. Kaminsky's got 8 points. And with the Nuggets, Clark, all those assists, even with a slow pace of play. That was something.
Yeah, you know what? I agree, but they really were their best when they played up-tempo, I thought. It makes use of their home court advantage, gets the crowd involved. But really, guys, it was the passing. They play with such a high IQ and have so many good playmakers. It's beautiful to watch.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
Every time out, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
Yeah, and I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor.
Let's take a look at the numbers for Jamal Murray. Good season for him last year. Averaged about 18 points a game, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. And he's very steady with that second unit, running the offense and getting them into their sets.
Right. I mean, your backup point guard simply has to hold the fort, maintain the status quo, share the basketball, and minimize mistakes.
Here's Murray after the made shot from Ricky Rubio. Outside for Murray. No good from outside.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And guys, the stellar development of Devin Booker continued last season. Still a firecracker on offense and took strides to improve his shot selection and, equally as important, his decision making.
And Greg, with Booker and his progress, you really see it in his playmaking.
And that is what the Suns want from him long term. They see him growing into the same vein as a player like James Harden, someone who can carry the load offensively and still make others better.
Free throw good, Booker. Both free throws good from Booker. Clark, last couple years, the three-point shot has been absolutely huge, a gigantic weapon for a lot of teams. You live by it, you die by it. Some teams can accept, though, the ramifications of a bad shooting night.
Yeah, I think it's too big a premium not to really overweight the three-point shot. A 50% premium on that particular field goal when it goes down. But I do like to see balance, attacking the rim, spacing the floor. I love to see guys and teams shoot the mid-range shot as well. But the three-point shot and the way teams use it and shoot it is here to stay for sure.
Clock at 4. Sharch finds Rubio, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Rubio's got the lead up to 6 now for the Suns. Pass to Jokic. From 13, it's hauled in by the Suns. Ayton's got 4 rebounds in this game. Oubre outside. And Booker kicks to Oubre. The 19-foot shot goes back up. Sharch passes to Rubio. Inside, Jokic with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Harris. Finished off the break. Harris has got his first 2 points.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Now, here's Rubio. He's got 6 over Murray. And it's Rubio, that time on the assist by Sharch. Sharch has got 3 assists now in this one. Murray against Rubio. It's deflected. And another shot. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Suns. And now, here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second-chance points in the NBA. The Nuggets, number 1.
Yeah, that was a huge factor for them a season ago. Their ability to attack the offensive glass and then convert those into second-chance buckets. I mean, no one did it better.
Pass to Booker. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That is his first foul of the game. And Rubio kicks to Booker. The pass to Ayton. 6 to shoot.
Fantastic defensive instincts, encouraging signs of progress from Jokic.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Sharch against Harris. to the inside. Here's Jokic, and it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Jokic has got 4 points this quarter.
Jokic embraces the pressure. He's terrific at keeping his composure and maintaining a cool head, even when the shot clock is up against him.
Now here's Booker. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Sacramento.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line.
Boy, an explosive player on the drive. When Barton puts it on the deck, the defense knows they're in trouble, on their heels.
And this will be his second and third shots at the line here.
And going back to his numbers from just a season ago, he was knocking it down at a 77% clip.
Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Barton.
Well, the Nuggets were a surprise team to many last year, but they look poised to be good for a long time.
I could not agree with you more. They were the youngest team in the Western Conference, guys, in terms of the playoffs, and they've got a solid salary cap situation. This could be the start of a golden age for the Nuggets, pun intended.
Good on both. And it's the Suns with the ball. And here's Rubio. He's got 8. Saric outside. Oubre kicks to Booker. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. And it's Ayton missing.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Now here is Harris. 17 points for him last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Murray finds Jokic. Back to Murray. Launches a 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Murray's got 7.
Boy, Murray has such a soft ball. I mean, he shoots a soft shot, especially from deep where he is automatic.
Now here's Booker. He's got 10. Over Millsap. No good from Booker. And it's Harris with the ball for the Nuggets. They trail by 1. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
You know, I don't like to use the word shock, but that was a shocking result for me. Nobody saw that one coming. To lose to that team was surprising enough, but to get blown out like that?
I know. I mean, I'm with you there. It just seemed as though they were sleepwalking their way through that entire game. It was, in my estimation, just inexcusable.
And they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
For Phoenix, they've gone 8 of 13 in the second quarter, well above the 50% mark from the field. Here's Booker. It's hauled in by Harris. Denver's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Dishes to Murray. Back to Harris. To the wing right side. For 3, Murray doesn't get it to drop for him. The Suns go the other way with it. Down low. Here's Saric. The dish to Ayton. There it is, his second make of the game. He's missed 5.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Martin from outside. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barton.
A moment here now to see the numbers for Gary Harris. Some last season stats for him. Last season, he averaged 13 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And every team in the league needs shooting. That's what he brings coming off the pine.
Yeah, there's always a demand for shooters, man. Have jumper, will travel. I'm telling you. Most championship teams, they have a bunch of those guys who can put it in the basket.
Up top, Rubio. He's covered by Murray. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Clark, you were so prolific in so many areas of the game. Which part of basketball came the easiest for you?
I think the rebounding piece. I always had a knack for sniffing out missed shots and had the size and timing and hands to chase down rebounds. But that was probably the strength of my game and the most unique part of it at an early age. And then the ball handling. My dad was 6'4" in the 50s, which meant you pretty much played inside, and he drummed into my head and my heart, make sure you can handle that ball. So from the time I started playing, I was dribbling and making sure I could handle it, and it served me well during my playing career.
Now here's Grant. No good on the shot. Some solid defense from Ayton. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
Well, when you look at the skill set of Tyler Johnson, he really is the epitome of a catalyst. Comes in full energy every time, and if he's hitting his shots, you just ride that wave of scoring.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And with Johnson, Greg, you never know how on his shot will be day to day.
And that's okay. Teams need a player who can carry them off the bench when they get it going. Johnson is a bit of a microwave that heats up immediately, but if he's cold, you simply drop back the minutes for that game.
Now, here is Morris. He's guarded closely. And Morris throws it down.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
And it's the Suns with the ball. Denver getting their last shot to go. Kicks it to Johnson. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Kaminsky. Will not go. This is off the front iron. The Nuggets trail by 5. And the wide open shot from Morris. And the 3 off target.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
I think you're right. I mean, an up fake here or there, getting the ball inside, that's how you create high percentage offense.
Now here's Johnson. He's got 5. He kicks to Kaminsky over Morris. Kaminsky misses. And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. Pass to Bridges. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Jokic.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
The Suns haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10. And that one falls for Bridges. Porter's checked in for the Nuggets. So he gets them both. 52 seconds left now here in the second. Now here is Morris. 6 points for him. Plumlee, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
And one area, Clark, that Mason Plumlee doesn't get enough credit in is his playmaking. He does a great job at that as a center.
I could not agree with you more. He's an outstanding passer, but when you're playing with Jokic, you sometimes get overlooked in terms of how well he passes it. but he does a good job and is really solid off the bench. Plumlee moves well, he's active, and he's a rim protector defensively, too.
Now here's Johnson. He's got 5. Pass to Baines. Back to Johnson. To the paint. Plumlee with the steal. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Morris outside. Oh, Porter in position. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
I mean, really intelligent at using the pick and roll. I love how Porter reads the defense and then just takes what's available.
Akobo, the pass to Kaminsky. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Suns lead by 2. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Ricky, it looked like the basket was getting bigger for you in that second quarter. You think you're in a rhythm?
Yeah, I feel comfortable, so I start feeling better and try to do whatever I can do to win.
We'll see if it keeps going after intermission. Thanks, Ricky. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, can't tell you how much it means to us to have you back with us on the halftime show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. Means the world, doesn't it?
Miss you.
Yeah.
So big.
Big-time play throughout the first half for Ricky Rubio. He had 12 points, 2 assists, and 2 steals. Kenny, let's start with you. What did you think about the Suns?
Well, they're doing a great job of pushing the action and getting to the foul line. They aren't just pulling up for uncontested shots. They're making the defense react to them. In transition, on the dribble, and with those quick cuts, they're in attack mode. That's dangerous. To beat them, you need to force them to play more defensively.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
They did some good things, but the defense could have been much better. They allowed too many open looks, allowed the other team to make over half his shots. Some of that is not getting enough pressure on the ball, not really contesting at the rim. They look good, but not good enough.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Ricky Rubio has been sensational.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Monty Williams. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Saric and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. And it's Oubre in at the small forward position. And it's Denver with the rebound. Murray outside. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Booker. He can't hit that time. Good work defensively by Millsap. The Nuggets trail. Here's Murray. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
As a defender, he's going to just be a bothersome, worrisome guy, making you miserable all night. A hand in your face on every jumper.
Last season, we saw Kelly Oubre get traded to the Suns. That was a surprise success for both him and the team.
Oubre came in and gave the Suns that defensive spark they so desperately needed. The long arms, he can get in the passing lanes, and he plays with tremendous energy, and they love it.
And the first one drops. Both free throws good for Oubre. The Nuggets trail by 4. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Barton against Oubre. Denver passing it around.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Phoenix leading by 4. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
An absolute beast inside. Love how Ayton uses his size to draw these fouls.
Last season, the Suns made DeAndre Ayton the #1 overall pick in the draft. They had no hesitation, Greg, in making that call.
And when a player like Ayton, who was in the Rookie of the Year convo from the get-go, is available, you have to take him. Not only is the upside sky high for Ayton, but he was an impact player from day one for the Suns.
Ayton hits them both.
And you just have to be enticed by the skill set of Ayton, a 7'1" behemoth who plays with a lot of physicality and skill on both ends.
Now here is Harris. Passes it to Murray. Inside, it's stolen by Sharch. Here's the break. Here's Oubre, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And going back to his numbers from just a season ago, he was knocking it down at a 77% clip.
One shot.
Free throw, good. Oubre. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Harris against Booker. Harris finds Millsap. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Millsap's got his second bucket of the night.
And, you know, Millsap ready to shoot anytime he's close to the basket. Gets it off before the defense can react.
Here's Booker. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Here's Jokic, and the bank shot is good. Jokic has got 12 points in the game.
Jokic has such nice instincts for a big guy. Knows exactly when to shoot off the catch.
And it's Rubio penetrating. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
It's tipped, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Clock at 6. Looking to end his cold spell.
It feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit, he's got to step up.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early, and just one more will put him over the limit.
And Booker kicks to Ayton. Jokic with the steal. Here's Barton. Pass to Millsap. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
And this is what happens when Millsap gets deep inside. Superb at finishing with force.
Rubio against Murray. The pass to Ayton. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Rubio's got 3 assists now in this one.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
The drive by Booker. Here's Sharch. Booker trying to free himself up. The shot by Sharch. No good. And there's the call on Dario Saric. That's his first foul. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for Denver. 9-point game. Here's Murray.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
The Suns have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Rubio against Murray. And it's sent back by Millsap.
Pretty cool to see Millsap turn shots back. I mean, he's a mobile, athletic, big man who is taking pride in his defensive work.
The Nuggets trail by 7. It's Barton on the wing. Off target from outside. The Suns shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. Rubio dishes to Oubre. On the wing, Booker. Booker draws the double. They get the rebound. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
I just admire the instincts that Ayton has. Seems to know exactly where to be when the shot goes up.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Suns.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
And guys, I think you've got to give them credit for the number of steals they've taken away. I mean, a lot of effort on the defense from them tonight.
And when you watch DeAndre Ayton, you really are just floored by how he moves. The amount of speed and agility he has for a player as solid as Ayton is doesn't come around very often. And pro move there, finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
You know, your assumption would be that he'd be at a big disadvantage in that matchup, but you'd be assuming wrong.
Fader on the way. Rubio misses. And those physical attributes of Ayton are so imposing. Greg, who does he remind you of?
I mean, for current players, you see a bit of Embiid and how they both move so fluidly for 7-footers. From the past, I see a bit of David Robinson in his game.
Now here's Murray. He's got 9, and no good that time.
Yeah, you know, they're losing in large part because he's not playing well. It's really as simple as that.
Rubio, the pass to Saric. The shot, no good. Good defense by Jokic. The Nuggets trail by 8. Millsap in the corner. And another miss by Denver. The Suns have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Down low from 13. Millsap grabs the miss. Millsap's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
Yeah, I tell you what, for him, this has been a game to forget. But somehow they still find themselves with the lead.
And one thing you have to love about Gary Harris, the way he can explode to the rim.
And Harris is a natural scorer from all parts of the floor, but he can just rocket himself for dunks you aren't used to seeing from players of his size and stature.
That's good from Harris.
I love the way Gary Harris has played early in his career, but I think last season was solid, but a step back from what he was hoping for. His scoring and shooting dipped, and he just couldn't seem to find the consistency that he wanted all season long.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Plumlee, he's checked in for Millsap. Michael Porter comes in for Will Barton. And Monte Morris subbed in for Murray. And for Harris, not the way he wanted to start the first year of his 4-year deal.
And, you know, given that he was in and out of the lineup and fighting injuries, I don't think it's something that he should worry about. I mean, Harris is still an outstanding player. He's got tremendous upside, and I think he's going to be outstanding as he grows in the league.
And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Denver. And a change for the Suns. Baines is checked in.
Hey, when you look at Jokic, forget about calling him a good passing big man. He's a great passer, period.
And Baines kicks to Bridges. Pass to Ayton. To end the cold streak. Plumlee with the rebound.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Here's Johnson. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Baines passes to Bridges. He dishes it to Ayton. 5 to shoot. Over Jokic. Good on the baseline, Jay. Ayton's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Plumlee with it. Baines is there. Porter with it. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And the medical red flags for Michael Porter Jr. caused him to slide to the Nuggets in the 2018 draft. 2 back surgeries in less than a year. An injury suffered initially in his sophomore year of high school. The risk is there, but if his body holds up, potentially a star in the making.
Denver making a switch here. Grant's checked in, and Phoenix also making a switch. Okobo's checked in. Ayton, it doesn't go for him. Plumlee with some nice D, and it's the Nuggets ball. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run.
You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
Bridges passes to Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
And the all-around offensive game Ayton has is just fantastic, capable of scoring in many different ways.
Now, here is Morris. He has 6. Right side, Porter. Johnson against Beasley. The Nuggets with another miss. Suns leading by 4. Here's Okobo, and it's sent back by Plumlee, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Plumlee. And the Suns making a change here. Rubio's checked in. From the baseline. Bridges misses. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Denver Nuggets. Beasley outside. Off target with his 3. The Suns shooting reasonably well, 45%. Bridges passes to Ayton. It's deflected. Porter with it. Bridges covering. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Porter. Morris has got 8.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
The drive by Rubio. Pass to Bridges. Porter with the steal. 3-on-3. Beasley with a clean look. Buries it from 3-point range. Beasley's got the lead up to 1 now for the Nuggets. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle sticks for Denver?
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. And you see Jeremy Grant on this team. He means so much more than just his stats.
He's a fantastic glue guy, and his teammates talk about how unselfish he is on the floor. Great team player and an even better chemistry guy off the court.
Now, here's Rubio. 14 points for him.
Yeah, and you know what's intriguing, tonight Rubio's taking on a scorer's mindset. We don't see that from him often. Really pushing the action and serving his team well.
Morris into the lane.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
Yeah, I love the way he's fighting through box outs, using his elbows. I mean, he's doing whatever it takes.
Baines hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Baines has got his second basket of the night.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. That's going to put Mason Plumlee at the free throw line. Mikal Bridges picks one up. Sharge checked in for Aaron Baines. That's good from Plumlee.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
The drive by Rubio. Can't connect from short range.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
And he knocks down the first one. Jokic has checked in for Porter. Beasley hits them both.
You know, Beasley, the man they call the mutant, had a great season last year. After a quiet first two seasons in the NBA, he exploded as a big-time scorer for the Nuggets.
Now here's Johnson. He has 5. Kicks to Rubio. Passes it to Bridges. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. 12 points for Mikal Bridges.
And right there, Rubio doing what he does. Seeing the floor, exploring the defense, finding the open man, and getting him the ball.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Murray's checked in for Beasley. 23 seconds left in the third. Rubio against Morris. Rubio looking around. In the corner, it's Bridges. Another 3 for Phoenix. Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
And you can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Suns ahead, up by 2. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next. Mike Malone moments ago with some words for his players.
Stop and run. Stop and run. Sense of urgency, man. Come on. We got to get this win.
Trying to stoke the fire under his team, Mike Malone asking his guys to seize the moment.
And this is the time when the leaders on the court need to step up, take control, and make things happen.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. They've got Jamal Murray, Plumlee out there with Jokic. Then there's Jeremy Grant, and it's Morris in at the point. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And, you know, you look at Monte Morris, this former Iowa State Cyclone, really an ideal option as a backup point guard because he's efficient and gets a lot done in limited playing time.
And he can't get the first one. And Morris Clark, a second-round pick in 2017. He came alive in his sophomore season.
I love the fact that he got his chance and he made the most of it, Kevin. He showed great poise and awareness, excellent in terms of his shot selection, and was highly productive as a scorer and playmaker off the bench.
He hits the second from the line. And Phoenix has possession. Now Johnson. To the left wing. Fires the 3. Unable to get that one.
And, You know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him, trying to shut the door on this one.
Morris against Rubio. Morris finds Jokic. 6 on the shot clock. That one doesn't drop. Some solid defense from Ayton. Oubre on the wing. Phoenix no good that time either. And that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. A different look for Denver. Will Barton, he's checked in for Grant. And it's Gary Harris in for Monte Morris. The pass to Millsap. Barton outside. From deep three-point range, Phoenix grabs the miss.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes guys have the green light to take that shot, but I don't think he's one of them.
Deep 2 from Murray. Off the left rim and out.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Johnson kicks to Ayton. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson. 18 points for DeAndre Ayton.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Barton surveying the floor. Pass to Jokic. Elbow shot. Keeps it alive, and it's Millsap with the extra effort. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
And, you know, even though he's undersized, Millsap doesn't back down. He's good at outworking everybody on the glass.
Not going to go that time, and it's Denver the other way. Here's Harris. The shot goes down and gets this game back to even.
Boy, with that athletic, muscular frame, Gary Harris able to battle through contact there.
Rubio against Murray. Saric passes to Rubio. Millsap against Saric. Johnson finds Ayton. Lets it go with a 3. Rubio misses.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
Harris outside. Pass to Barton. Now Jokic to take the lead. He takes it up and lays it in. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
And the Suns call time. And with a 4th quarter push coming up here, the coach going over the game plan and these players rehydrating themselves with Gatorade, recharging their bodies, refocusing their minds, and getting that strategy down to close out the game. Devin Booker, he's checked in for the Suns. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Monty Williams talking with his team. He wants them to maintain their balanced attack, but he told them they're doing a great job of finding space out on the perimeter, which has led to all those good shots. He likes the rhythm and the flow of this offense. He just told them, keep shooting it with confidence. Kevin?
Boy, a lot of energy and hustle on display from Jokic that time, never giving up on a possession.
On the wing, Booker, guarded by Harris. Rubio left side. And stolen by Murray. 4-on-3 break. Passes to Millsap. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. With a step back. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. The shot by Saric, no good.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And, Greg, it's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Booker inside. Harris is there. No good from Booker.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And, you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for the Phoenix Suns. On Saturday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers. Then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Utah Jazz.
Shoot two.
And the first one at the line is good.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, Greg, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity, he's cashing in on those.
Barton outside. Rubio against Murray. With the teardrop. Here's Jokic. An easy 2 points on the layup. Jokic has got the lead up to 4 now for Denver.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Booker, poked loose. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Murray against Rubio. Murray, good. Now it's a 6-point Denver lead.
And the confidence oozing from Murray. Just so efficient from the interior.
Here's Booker. And he banks in the layup.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Murray outside. Three-pointer, Barton.
The wheels have completely come off for him here in the second half, and they hold a huge advantage on the backboards.
Greg, and that's been the key to this lead. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Oubre outside. Paul Millsap with the rebound. Denver leading by 6. A pull-up. No good off the back of the rim.
And, guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
And you know, guys, when you watch Rubio, he's one of the most hyped international prospects ever. And scouts were right about his ability to manage the game, though.
And he's good on the second. Here's Murray, the Nuggets on offense. They're on a 14-5 run here. Jokic draws the double. Three-pointer. Millsap misses. Suns trail by 5. Booker the pass to Rubio. Good on the shot. Rubio's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Gutsy play. I mean, with the defender in his face, Rubio never loses concentration.
Rubio against Murray. The 3. Rubio with the rebound.
You know, after connecting on 1 3-pointer in the first half, he hasn't netted another one since.
And good that time.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
For three, Booker makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And here's Barton. In the corner, it's Harris. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. And it's the Suns' ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Rubio dishes to Ayton. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Rubio's got assist number 7 for him tonight. The Nuggets trail by 4.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Denver calls timeout. Ricky Rubio with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Well, you know, he's destroying them right now, guys. This defense has to make an adjustment to try and cool him off.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, DeAndre Ayton.
And when he's been on the floor, it has been a clinic in rim protection and shot blocking. He's played the defense of 3 men tonight. His block total has gotten to a point you almost never see in an NBA game.
Here's Murray. Harris outside. It's Barton on the wing. A floater. Yes! And the foul. It's on Kelly Oubre.
That's why he's out there, guys. When he's in an important possession, he knows how to come through.
And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. They've led by as much as 10. Poked away. It's stolen by Harris. Lays it in off the breakaway. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
Delivering in big spots. There's a reason Harris is on the floor in these moments.
Rubio against Murray. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to go on Will Barton.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Ricky Rubio. And so he hits both. The Nuggets trail. Harris looking it over. Count that bucket. Harris has got 6 points in the quarter.
Gary Harris says, I got more than just a 3-point shot, folks. Excellent at getting into the lane by penetration.
Harris against Booker. Dishes it to Ayton. Back to Booker. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Jokic with the rebound. The Nuggets shooting for the game at 42%. In the corner, it's Harris. Fires from deep. Saric grabs the board. Saric has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And at 7'1" and 250 pounds, Ayton is a handful. Not easy trying to guard him without fouling.
Take a break. Take a break.
Too sharp.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that ties the game up.
Listen, there's no doubt he feels like they should have the lead, but that miss will keep it all tied up.
Murray finds Jokic. And no good. And Phoenix the other way now. Booker left side. And there's the pass to Ayton. Back to Booker from the arc. Rebound by the Nuggets. 1:15 left in the fourth. Martin from outside. Offensive rebound. Here's Millsap. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. And the Nuggets lead by 2. Well, Phoenix shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Booker with it. Picked up by Harris. And stolen by Harris. Good!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
And here are the Suns now. Booker the pass to Rubio. Good defense by Jokic. This may be their most important possession.
No doubt about it. As long as they don't make any major mistakes, this one's in the bag.
Harris outside. To the middle. Here's Millsap. Here's another rebound. This kind of effort is amazing.
And he will not be denied. Yeah, tough break for him there. But they'd have a tough time coming back from this deficit no matter who's on the floor.
Bridges, he's checked in for Kelly Oubre.
Jokic is one of those new breed of positionless players. On any given night, he could lead the team in points, rebounds, or assists, or maybe all three, triple-double like.
And the Suns call time. They're trailing by 6. 23 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, what do you think?
There's still a sliver of hope.
Yeah, but they've got to score and then foul immediately.
And here's Booker from the arc. Here's Ayton. It drops. And now they trail by just 4.
He is a great kid. I love to see this from Ayton, stepping up in the big moment, letting his talent take over. Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
Timeout called. The Suns, they're down by 5. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
For 3, Bridges. It's in! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Yeah, Murray is clearly a shoot-first guy who can really fill it up. This is a big-time bucket getter.
And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
I think it's a wrap. When the game's on the line, he knows how to deliver the crushing blow.
Rubio finds Booker. A 3-pointer off the mark. So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Mason, your game has expanded some. And what has that process been like?
You know, you just learn something new every game. You have to study your opponent and see what's going to be open, but some of the constants have to be rebounding, defense, bringing energy in, and that's always going to get you a little bit.
Well, you had the whole package tonight, Mason. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long.